So now you're a top 30 artist.
Now I'm top 30, and I have not picked, besides of Now, and I didn't pick Now. They didn't allow me to pick Now as a single because Ted didn't know what it meant. Atlantic made me explain everything. They like, write it down. So what you say, when you say this, what do you say? They want to make sure that I'm not saying the wrong thing and offend the wrong people, right? So now I got to write. So now I had to pay somebody, hey, you need to write everything down for them because I'm not going to be writing all this shit down. They was like, well, what? When Ted was like, with the hook, the Now, like, it ain't finished. It ain't finished. What are you going, I mean, what? Well, okay, now what do people do? I say, no, they gonna say, you don't know Now. They're like, well, what does Now mean? Now mean Nathan, right. Tony Nathan, nothing. You don't know no other like me.
Right. All the hip hop heads knew exactly what it meant.
Right.
When I heard it, I'm like, okay, yeah, you say nothing. Easy.
So now we over here, and they picking all these songs I consider to be bougie. They picking all this radio shit. I was like, well, why I can't do this? And at this time was I was like, California Love was a hit. That was a street record. I was like, that was a hit. No, but it wasn't a hit. It wasn't a street record like that. I was like, yes, it is. That's a street record. So I had to break it down to what they were saying, and that's how I ended up doing the boy record. Because we took it was some little 12 and 13-year-olds out of Opalaka that had stolen a car and got in a high-speed chase. They was in a mean high-speed chase for 2 hours. And I said, if we do this boy video, let's see can we get that, do they still got that car? And he was like, how am I supposed to do that? And at that time, we friends with, at that time, Ted is getting in with the commissioners and the mayor and the manager, city manager and all of them. He's doing little things for the community at the time. Because that's what you got to do once you like get money now. Don't forget where you come from, you know? And they say, well, yeah, we know what the car is in the pound.
So you got the actual car.
We went and got the actual car out the pound. So what we did was we took the footage and we examined the footage for 2 days, and we took the same path that they took.
Wow.
In a high-speed chase. And when they jumped out at, instead of them jumping out now, I jumped out. And they was like, that's when I was getting called from the basement. And when Joe Claire was over there at BT, and I had him on 15 Ave with showing him the actual path. We came through here, and they was like, they never saw Miami in this way. All they knew about us was beautiful women, beaches, and good cocaine. They never knew it was that time. And around this time, we coming into the 2000s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cancun is popping.
Yep.
Ja Rule had a record, 50 Cent in the club, and Now was pumping at this time.
In the Club came later. In the Club was like a couple years out. In the Club was like 2002, 2003.
Okay, well, In the Club, I'm just remembering Cancun records.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to tell you what record. When I first got out, the biggest record is still, I think, that one of the biggest rap record. When I first got out, what really made me want to change what made me not want to argue with them, when this nigga Montana Jordan dropped that This Is How We Do It, this shit like stayed on the radio for 2-3 years. I'm like, what the fuck? They still playing this shit?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the biggest rap records of all time. And I didn't know that it was a rap record at the time. But it was on the top of the charts. I was like, if he can get up there, I can get up there. Fuck that.